The knee brace supports the leg from both the femur area right through to the tibia and supporting the important ligaments in the middle. The knee brace supports all those ligaments very well, but what I must say to you is no knee brace stops entire twisting of the leg. That's why it's important to have a good fitting knee brace, and that's where the CTi Custom really comes in, because it captures the leg as good as any knee brace on the market. Because fitment of the knee brace is so important, the proper support, let's have a look at our fitting process. With the fit of the CTi, we're going to take some landmarks of the legs. So here we go here, we're going to find the mid patella first. So mid patella is pretty easy to spot in everyone's patella, marking a horizontal line on mid patella. Then we want the medial joint line of the knee. The medial joint line is where the leg pivots, where the meniscus and cartilage is. That's where the medial joint line is, in the bottom third of the patella. So that medial joint line will go on both sides of the legs for reference in the photos. And then from the mid patella, we've got two other measurements to do. We want to do a measurement of 75 mil and 150 mil above and below mid patella. Again, this is reference only for photos. And the last marking on the leg is the tibial crest. Okay, so the tibial bone running down through this section here, up to the tibial plateau here. So we have to mark what is called the tibial tuberosity on its most prominent point, which is right there. And then we have to go down a certain measurement, which in American style, 6 inches below that tibial crest measurement right there, and scribe a line between the two. That line is very critical to show the possibility of valgus or varus in the leg reflected in the photos we're about to take. Okay, the first measurement, and a very critical measurement, is the ML, being medial lateral width of the knee. That's taken with the caliper, and this is a pressure caliper which gives even pressure either side of the knee, and we have an ML of 11.5. Okay, the next measurement is the circumference in 4 areas of the leg. We'll start with level A. Before we do that, we have to dorsiflex the ankle of the leg, which brings some tension into the muscles of the leg all through here. So first measurement is holding the leg in dorsiflexion, is level A, and we'll wrap the tape measure around. And that level A measurement for the strap length is 49.5 centimeters. With legs still in dorsiflexion, we'll move down to level B. Okay, with level B, we have a measurement of 43.6 millimeter. Moving down to level C, again, this is just for strap lengths, is 36.1 centimeters. And then 40 centimeters, 0.7 for level D, the bottom around the calf area of the brace. With the brace also, we have to take into some special conditions of the leg. So let's look at some of those special conditions. The first one is the quadricep size. If the quadricep is belly out too far with the leg, getting the leg flexed up here, then it's very, very important for the carbon fiber arm of the brace to sit around the leg correctly. So we look at the size of the quadricep, both on the lateral side being the outside, and on the inside with the VMO, the vastus medialis muscle just here. It's important that the brace curves itself around that, particularly in flexion and extension, the full movement when you're using the knee brace. The next special condition moving down is looking at the fibula head. Now the fibula head sometimes protrudes both on extension of the leg and in flexion. So if we flex the leg up here at the moment and we notice on the outside of the knee right here, we've got no real bulge. That's where the fibula head is here. Sometimes it bulges out and the brace has to be made to cup around the outside, so in flexion and extension of the leg it doesn't rub on the inside of the brace. But this leg is very good. We don't have any problems with it. Moving down the leg with the special conditions, we also have the anterior tibialis muscle. Anterior means the front of the body. Tibialis, of course, is the tibial muscle here. Now this particular tibialis muscle is quite prominent, so we would mark this as slightly prominent on our recording sheet. It's sitting up above the tibial crest to a small degree. So again, the tibial cuff has to be allowed to sit over that area of the anatomical design of the leg in this case. The next measurement is hyperextension. Now this particular leg has quite a lot of hyperextension. You see, it's called also recavatum, where the leg bows back. Now that is a very, very easy way to get hurt when the leg bows back. So a knee brace for this leg is going to be very, very helpful. And the final special condition is whether there's any valgus or varus in the leg. Valgus is where the leg bows out, varus is where it bows in on the lower part of the leg. So looking at this leg here, it's actually quite straight. There's no valgus or varus, and that's another important consideration when you're looking down the line of the leg to mark it on the technical sheet when the brace is made by hand in America. With the measurements of the CTi Custom Knee Brace, OSA, the parent company, they have produced an app for either the iPhone or the iPad. We use both of these out in the field. It's very, very handy. For the photographs associated with manufacture of the CTi Custom Knee Brace, we need the patient to stand and march up and down to see how that leg's placed onto the ground. Then with legs only a little bit narrower than shoulder width apart, we take some photos, both anterior, front on, and then the lateral side on photos to get the plane of the shin and the femur, to get the width. And then the brace is made from our measurements and the photos on a special computer program over in America. The accuracy of the photos of the CTi Custom is very, very important. On the app, there is actually a grid system on the screen that we line up all the measurements on the leg with a specific grid system for both the medial, the anterior and the lateral shots. So there's the CTi custom fitting process. You can see it's very, very quick, only takes about 15 minutes per leg. And it's very, very important to get all those details accurately. So when the brace comes back in 2 to 3 weeks, we have a really good fitting brace that I then customize the fit to the leg, make sure it's fitting superbly. After severely damaging my knees back in my professional career, it's such a critical thing to look at knee bracing because small injury is easy to handle, but a lifetime injury like a tore up knee it just lasts for the rest of your life. You need to look after them. As normal as paying taxes, death and night and day is injury with off-road motorcycle riding in the knee area. That's why it's very, very important to wear a good quality knee brace.